Hello Minecraft, this is CheezySquirrel,
And I'm Ajaxan.
and we are going to build an airship.
So anyway, the airship is going to be built using the ships plugin. The ships plugin has two other types of ships you can build, but we're just going to be focusing on the airship because that's the hardest one to build. And so Cheesy is starting on the base of the airship. It has to contain at least 30 blocks total, has to be at least 60% wool, and certain blocks can't be used, so things like clay or stone won't work. We'll have a list of blocks that you can't use down in the description, so check that out.
Right here, first of all, you should probably build off the ground. That's the smartest thing to do, because if you are connected to the ground at all, it will detect it and you will not be able to move at all. So, come on guys, you should be smarter than that. Anyways, so I'm just going to finish up the base, and
Once he's done with the base, he'll start focusing some of the more interesting components like the furnace, burner, and signs that all make it work. So here we go. The first thing he's going to place is the furnace. The furnace houses the fuel of the airship. You can use charcoal or coal, and you just put it in the bottom of the airship. And so if you add multiple furnaces, you can store more fuel.
as long as you are in the requirements of the amount of wool you have.
Yep. So you always make sure you have 60% wool. But he just placed the burner. A piece of lit netherrack is the burner.
Not sure why it's here, to be honest. A little weird. Fire hazard.
Yeah, it's a good fire hazard. It's nice and fun to have. But yeah, that might require a trip to the nether, so be prepared for a tough build.
Now onto the signs. This is really the only sign you need for it to be declared a ship, but in order to get the full ship experience, you're going to need all four, which we will show you after this one.
So the first sign is the word ships in brackets, followed by airship on the second line, and you'll know it works because it changes colors and it looks all fancy. And so now the second sign is going to be engine, the word engine placed in brackets. It will also change colors. It will say maneuvering engine. The next one is going to be the elevator, just elevator in brackets. It will also change colors. And then the final one is going to be wheel, the word wheel placed in brackets.
Everything's placed in brackets, so
yeah. So those are the basic four signs, and I'll go ahead and demonstrate the use of them all.
And again, you really don't need to be the shape. It can be any shape if you want it. Like those up there, this one kind of looks like a hot air balloon, and this one just looks like I don't even know what that looks like.
But yeah, they all work. So anyway, here's the basic functions of them. Maneuvering engine, when you right-click it, just moves you forward. Now the ship's wheel, when you right-click it, it'll turn you. And if you left-click, it'll just go in the opposite direction. And then the elevator moves you up and down. So when you right-click, you go up, and when you left-click, you go down.
And in the furnace, if you notice, it uses one block every time you make a transaction with the sign. So if you go forward, it uses one thing of coal. You go down, it uses one thing of coal. So make sure you have an abundant source of coal before you go on a big voyage or whatever you want to do.
But
so
yeah, that's pretty much all we got for you guys. We'll definitely be making some more tutorial video guys for you later. So make sure to subscribe and check us out in a little bit. See you guys.